Busy house, so we'll try and get around as much as we can. We begin with Gary, please.
Well, thank you for your time. Obviously disappointing at the weekend. How hard have you been working the last 2 or 3 days to make it a better performance tomorrow night?
Yeah, I've seen the team working very well in these couple of days. I think we've recovered well, and hopefully we're going to do a much better game tomorrow.
Have you been in all 3 days? Have you had any time off at all?
No, not these 3 days. We've been recovering and preparing the game for tomorrow, and as I said, I've seen the team working very well and ready for tomorrow.
The balance between the Premier League and the Champions League is something obviously people know well, but it's always difficult, isn't it?
Well, we've had a good start in the Champions League. We just got to keep playing this way, and tomorrow is a good chance to make things better after the last couple of games in the Premier League.
Alvaro is training, looks like he's available again. How much of a boost is that?
He's ready. He's been training very well. I don't know if he's going to make it at the end tomorrow in the starting 11, but he's been working very well, and in the first game this season he's been a very important player for us, and well, if he plays tomorrow, I'm sure he will be as good as the start of the season.
Ok. Marcos?
Ok. Prima domanda, ovviamente
esperienza che hai avuto in Italia con questa squadra invece di adesso, e soprattutto se c'è un giocatore in particolare che vi impressiona, che vi può dare fastidio.
No, sono una squadra forte, no? Penso che sia rimasto un po' il blocco e la idea da quando giocavo io in Italia, e domani di sicuro sarà una gara difficile, e dobbiamo dare il 100% per vincere i 3 punti domani.
Un giocatore in particolare?
No, come ti ho detto, sono un blocco forte, no? Un giocatore che mi è sempre piaciuto e che penso sia in un buon momento, sia al Cieco. Domani dobbiamo essere attenti non solo a lui ma a tutta la squadra.
Grazie.
I guess you had a chance to study as Roma, and also from your previous experience in Serie A. How do you rate the situation of the team now compared to before? And also, is there one player from AS Roma that has particularly impressed you recently? I believe the same group is still a very strong team. It's going to be a difficult game where we have to give 100%. I wouldn't, if I had to single out one player, it would probably be Edin Dzeko. We need to be very careful tomorrow.
Okay, last question, Liam.
Marcos, last season you were able to keep a very settled team. That's been impossible this year. As soon as you get Edin back, you lose Alvaro and Golo, now Victor. How much have you felt that on the pitch, that the rhythm has been disrupted in this team? And also, how do you feel physically? I mean, you've played more games than most.
I think it's normal, no? When you play for competition, there are so many games, and because of this there is more risk of injury or tiredness. I think we train very well to stay away from injuries, and I think this is only something weird what's happening now with these many injuries, but I think the players are very fit, and we are ready to play all these games. Hopefully we will get all these players back soon, and we will not have any more injuries.
Avete cambiato molto rispetto
this season, because you said you dropped lots of points. Do you actually believe that, and if so, that would be very difficult from now until the end of the season?
No, I mean, we're going to try to win every game. Obviously, in Chelsea we go out to the pitch to win every game. Obviously, it's going to be very hard. There are teams playing very good football, and there are so many games still to come. No? I think we got to think game by game, and for now focus in the Champions League. It's a very important game tomorrow, and then we will have time to get ready for Watford and for the Premier League.
Hai detto prima che non...
Well, you won 2 out of 2 so far in the Champions League.
I think that game is gone. I think the team is looking forward to this game. It is a good opportunity for us to change things in terms of last game, and I think motivation is high for tomorrow, and we will try to get the 3 points.
And how big a week is it with 2 home games off the back of 2 defeats in Champions League, in the Premier League off the back outside the international bracket?
Yeah, it's every week. Another 2 games, 2 important games. Tomorrow, Champions League, to keep doing well in this competition and get closer to what we want. That is finish the group as the first team, and then in the Premier League to get back to winning ways. We've lost a lot of points already, and we cannot lose any more games.
Always the intention to train on Sunday?
No, it was planned.
Okay.
We always train the day after the game, do some recovery and see things about the last game, and that was what we did this week.
And how do you explain the contrast between the performance at Madrid and the performance at Palace? Because it was like watching 2 different teams altogether.
Yeah, 2 different games. It's not easy to play always 100%, even more after the international weeks with lots of trips and hard training to get ready for the next games, and we need to quickly change things. We've been working very well this week, as I said, and tomorrow is a good chance to do another good performance as we did in Madrid.
Today, I just wondered, how much does it hurt you as a player and as a group of players when he basically says not one of you had a good game? How much does that hurt?
Well, I think it's the truth. It wasn't our best game on Saturday, and it's a good call from him to motivate us and to make us work hard to change things from last performance. Football is a sport that changes very quick, and it's a good chance tomorrow to do a good performance and build up from tomorrow.
And was he right? Was he right to say that?
Well, as I said, things didn't go very well on Saturday. We had chances enough to win the game, but it wasn't a good performance from the team. Only solution is work hard and win the next.
What was it about him that you liked so much? How disappointed were you that you couldn't buy him, and how much of a threat can he be tomorrow night?
About who?
Nangola.
Nangola. No, but I think it's not right. It's not right to speak about players of the other team. And in the past, we tried to buy him, but now Nangolan is a Roma's player, and I have great respect for him. I have great respect for Roma, and also I have great respect for my players. I think it's not right to speak about him. He's a really good player. He's for me one of the best midfielder. But he's an opponent.
In passato più volte è stato detto che
to take risks on the fitness of some of your players. Do you see a time this season when you will have to prioritise either the Champions League or the Premier League?
Honestly, I think that we have to go game by game. We are only in October and not in March.
Do you think in the future, this season, you might have to do that?
Yeah, but now, and I think it's impossible to take a decision or to take this a risk, no? A risk to take a decision now for us it's very important to go game by game, and the situation is difficult because we have to play every 3 days, and it's not simple. Also because in this moment we are very thin, and they have to play always the same players, and honestly there is this type of risk to have other injuries. I hope no, but yeah, and we have. I think that the best way now for us is to follow and to go back game by game, and then to decide in every game which is the best formation, and sometimes to take risk or not about our players.
And is it a risk? Are you going to have to take a risk on Morata? Will it be a risk if he starts?
No, honestly, I could take risk on Saturday to force him to play against the Crystal Palace, but I'm not so stupid. Because I repeat that the situation is very difficult, and then you have to make the best decision, and for sure tomorrow I'm not taking risk if I decide to get for Morata to play. Yeah, for sure.
Gary?
Thank you for your time. Hi.
Hi.
Alvaro was trained, I understand, the last 3 days with the rest of the squad. Is he going to start tomorrow night, Morata?
Yeah, Alvaro is in contention for tomorrow game. Yeah, and he is training with us. Yeah, and is in contention for tomorrow.
You will feel it's important that he starts.
Do you think different? Okay, and then you answer. Yeah.
Do the performance of the weekend without him, does that underline the fact that you need more backup? You need another striker at the club?
No, but I think that we know very well which is our situation, and yeah, for sure when there are injuries of this type, important players, and for sure it's very difficult for us. It's very difficult, but there is this situation, and we must be very good to overcome and to try to do our best. But for sure it's not simple when you don't have players like Morata or Conte, or now also Moses, very important players.
Why are you getting these injuries? Are you working too hard with the games and with the training? There's been no days off, for example, so far this week.
No, I think that the problem that they are playing always the same players, and also we have in our team players that they are not used to play 3 games in a row. Kanté is the first time to play 3 games in a row. For Moses is the first time to play 3 games in a row. For Morata is the first time to play regularly with his team. For Alonso is the same. Only this, when you have a lot of games, you need to rotate players, and if this is not possible, and I have to take risk, and then for example against Manchester City, Morata after 20 minutes he was injured, but if I don't put Morata in the starting 11, and you tell me that I'm crazy. And instead, sometimes the players they need to rest.
Okay, cool.
giocatore perché ancora oggi è il punto fermo della Roma, non solo il capitano, è proprio un giocatore che viene sempre messo centralmente nel progetto tecnico anche del club. E poi, se possibile, visto che insieme avete battuto la Svezia 1-0 agli europei, pochi minuti fa è venuta fuori la notizia che sarà la Svezia a giocare con l'Italia in spareggio per il mondiale. Insomma, puoi dirci anche che avversario è la Svezia. Grazie.
Per Daniele nutro grandissima stima. Io ho avuto la fortuna, insieme anche ad Alessandro Florenzi, a Stefan e Sharawi, di poterli allenare e io, ecco, se parlo ancora nazionale mi vengono i brividi, quindi di fare un percorso incredibile con loro. Di Daniele sicuramente stiamo parlando di un grandissimo calciatore, di un calciatore che ha voluto rimanere a Roma per tutta la sua carriera, così come ha fatto Francesco Totti, dimostrando non solo di essere grandi calciatori, ma soprattutto di essere grandi uomini. Io ho apprezzato tantissimo queste doti da parte di Daniele, oltre ad essere un grandissimo calciatore, ma anche di Alessandro e Stefan. Sicuramente domani avrò grandissimo piacere ad abbracciarli, perché sarà difficile considerarli degli avversari, però ecco, durante i 90 minuti sicuramente saranno degli avversari, però non potrò mai vedere loro come avversari, ecco. Niente, ripeto, ho avuto il piacere e l'onore di allenare Daniele e di allenare Alessandro e Stefano, quindi grandissimi calciatori e grandissimi ragazzi. Andrà sempre il mio grazie per quello che mi hanno dato nei 2 anni che sono stato allenatore della nazionale, e per quell'europeo dove abbiamo veramente vissuto delle emozioni incredibili, ecco. Per la nazionale mi auguro che sia tipo un auspicio la nostra vittoria agli europei contro la Svezia. Sappiamo benissimo che sono partite da dentro fuori, ci sarà sicuramente grande pressione, però ecco, ho grande fiducia e da italiano spero chiaramente, perché anzi sono sicuro, ecco, che andremo ai mondiali.
Okay, the question was, De Rossi always had great words for you. Still today is a key player for Roma. Why, after such a long time? And my second question is, you were the coach of Daniele De Rossi when he played against Sweden in the 1-0 at the Euros. So what sort of opponents do you think Sweden will be for Italy in the playoff? The answer is, well, I got great appreciation, and I'm very proud to have managed De Rossi as well as Florenzi and Sharawi. I still got goosebumps when I rethink about the great journey that with the national team. Daniele is an amazing player, same as Totti. He decided and devoted all his career to play for us Roma. He's first a great man before being a great player, and I'm really happy to see them tomorrow. Difficult for me to see them as opponents, but we'll always thank them for the incredible journey that we had during the Euros. There have been some amazing feelings. I know these can be a good omen for their game. It's a difficult game, it's in or out, so there will be a great pressure, but not only hope they're going to go through, I'm sure they're going to get through.
Is this a good time to play a Champions League game, because you've had 2 tough matches and 2 defeats in the Premier League, so is this a good time to have a game in another competition?
Yeah, for sure, it's a good time to play again. After 2 defeats, and to play tomorrow is very important. but you know very well the Champions League is a really tough tournament, and we must pay great attention because Roma is a great team, and they are doing very well in the league, in Italian league, and in the previous games they drew against Atletico Madrid and then they won against Karabakh. We must pay great attention. They are well organized, and they have a lot of good players. And yeah, but I think it's a good time to play a game.
As we heard just now, you obviously feel very fondly about some of their players from your time with the Italian national team. Is it more pressure or less pressure on you playing an Italian side because you're Italian and you know the players so well?
That when you play for the national team is always and you have a lot of pressure. You have a lot of pressure, and I was lucky because I played for the national team as player and then as coach. I think as coach you have more pressure. You have more pressure than when I was player. But I think to play with the national team, it's a great honor. You must be proud for this.
But tomorrow you play against an Italian team. So is that more pressure on you because you're playing a team whose players you know so well because you have coached them before?
No, I think that there is not more pressure, and Roma is a great team. Is an opponent like Atletico Madrid, like Karabakh in this group. But for sure, I know that tomorrow will be very difficult because I know very well Italian football, and every team is well organized, and we must pay great attention because I repeat, Roma is a great team. They have a really good coach. They are working very well for the present and for the future.
Pensi che sia un buon momento adesso giocare in...
Innanzitutto stiamo parlando di una grandissima squadra che è la Roma, quindi se qualche volta mi hanno accostato alla panchina della Roma sicuramente è stato motivo di orgoglio per me in passato. Ripeto, stiamo parlando di una piazza importante, stiamo parlando di una grandissima squadra. Però ecco, stiamo parlando adesso di la Roma dopo Garzia ha fatto due grandissime scelte, quelle di prendere Spalletti, che è sicuramente un grandissimo allenatore, e adesso di sostituire Spalletti con un altro grandissimo allenatore che è Eusebio Di Francesco. Okay.
In the past, he'd been apparently very close to AS Roma after they sacked the manager Rudy Garcia. How true was this rumor, and can you give us your opinion of Di Francesco's work so far? Well, obviously Roma is a top team, so I'm extremely proud I've seen my name close to them. It's a great team, it's a great city with great players. They went through two major choices after Rudy Garcia, but they've chosen two excellent coaches, Spalletti first and again Di Francesco.
Okay, last question.
Alonso ha detto che insomma, il giocatore che più gli piace della Roma è Edin Dzeko. Lei se dovesse togliere un giocatore a Di Francesco, quale toglierebbe?
No, è sempre difficile non rispondere a questo tipo di domande. Io penso che è il collettivo della Roma, è la squadra che fa paura. Dentro la squadra ci sono poi dei singoli molto importanti. Ecco, diciamo che io conosco bene il cuore di tre ragazzi come De Rossi, e Sharawi e Florenzi. Ecco. So che hanno un grosso cuore, magari gli toglierei una parte di cuore.
Marcos Alonso said earlier that if you could take one player away from Roma, would be Edin Dzeko. What about you? Is there one particular player that you would like to take away from the team? I think it's always difficult to answer these sort of questions. It's a group that counts. Then within the group you got the individuality, some very good players, but there are 3 players that I know really well: De Rossi, Florenzi, Sharawi, because I know their hearts, and if I can instill a bit of their heart, it would be very helpful.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.